fulfilling all your wishes, you could design for yourself what would be the most ecstatic life.
Yeah, guess I gotta get from the jump.
Or hustler. I look forward to this one, eh?
You do?
I do. But before we get into it, your ad comes up in about 2 minutes or so. Give people a little insight as to what is Lend Capital Certificates.
Well, Lend Capital Certificates, we're in the business of consultation, consulting persons who own a business, operate a business, who work for a business, or even those who are interested in starting one or becoming a part of one. The services we offer would entail everything from customer service training to investment options, how to earn passive income, even the breakdown of how the typical business would run. Because many persons believe it's very simple or very easy to open a business, start a business, and operate one. At Lend Capital Certificates, we help you along the process in terms of giving you that knowledge you would need, mentoring, and even guiding you along the process. We also have a passive income service option through our Precious Gems packages where you can invest directly with the company and earn returns on a yearly basis.
Excellent. And of course, we have some testimonies that we're going to be playing later on in the show for you guys of real customers, real
Yes.
business professionals
Yes.
that would have contacted Lend Capital Certificates and got real results. So we're going to share that with you, of course, during this show as well. So, people, stay with us. We're going to pause for just a short break. We're going to go for the Lend Capital Certificates ad. And when we come right back, we jump straight inside today's topic. And don't forget, the topic on the Billionaire Mindset is entrepreneurship, entrepreneur, or hustler. Are you an entrepreneur or are you a hustler? Believe it or not, people, there is a difference
Yes, there
between the
is.
two, and a lot of businesses operate on hustle mode and not necessarily building their business and their brand, and you're going to hear a lot more about that now. Remember, you can also send us some voice notes and, of course, talk to Leinster Campbell on 771-1791 live on this show, or feel free to call us in at 342-0081, 771-1791 on WhatsApp, or 466-5391. We're going to go for that short break and we'll be right back. Do you need a business consultation? Would you like to learn about investing? Maybe you were looking for investment opportunities. Well, Lend Capital Certificates is the company you've been looking for. We're located at number 9 to 11 Fitch Street South, Woodbrook, and our contact number is 324-LEN. That's 324-LENN. Get in touch with us today and we can help you grow your business, make better financial decisions, and enable you to earn a passive income. Feel free to ask about our Precious Gem packages. But remember, at Lend Capital Certificates, it's all about you. Take it away.
Okay, well, today's topic is entrepreneur or hustler. One of the reasons this topic was chosen, it was also requested, because most persons would believe that they're one and the same. However, I'm going to give you today Lend Capital Certificate's version of what entrepreneurship is and what, according to Aisha Wells, hustler mode is. We're going to give you it from the billionaire mindset point of view. So could you put up on the screen, I'll go with hustler first.
Sure.
Could you put up on the screen the definition of the hustler? All right. So it says, a hustler is someone who uses their skills, talents, or instincts to make a quick buck or a quick dollar, as we say here. A hustler is very ambitious when it comes to their survival. And the definition of entrepreneur?
Sure.
Right. An entrepreneur is a person who sets up a business or businesses taking on financial risks in the hope of profit. Now, when I've heard persons who would give their stories about how their businesses started, I listen to both sides of the coin. I listen to persons who what we would call would still be hustlers today. You know, they had a good idea. Maybe they wanted to sell, let's use water for example. They bought a case of water and they started going out on the roadside and they started selling water. And this person would be called or would be deemed a hustler. You buy a case of water, you sell it, then you may add ice to the water, get it cold, and you continue to sell it. So basically a hustler, to some persons, they may say, well, no, that's a business person. He's an entrepreneur because he owns and operates his own business by selling this case of water. For me, the difference between an entrepreneur and a hustler would be the way in which the business is done and how you intend to not only start the business but eventually scale the business.
People are messaging already. One gentleman wants to know if you can merge you two, be a hustling entrepreneur.
Well, I would agree, yes, because entrepreneurship takes a certain amount of the hustler's spirit, as it were, in order to build your business. However, I would say entrepreneurship is for longevity.
Understood.
Hustler mode is for short term, for that quick turnover. So, for example, a hustler who wants to start selling water because he believes he needs to make money, it's no different, or we tend to think it's different from the person who opens a business. There's no business, no big company, no eating establishment that we know very famously right now, that's all over the news. When they started that franchise, they didn't start it with the hope of just providing people with good tasting chicken. They provided it because they needed money. They wanted to turn over money. They had bills to pay, children to send to school, families to take care of. So they would have opened a business. It's the same reason a hustler would decide to sell, let's say, to sell chicken on the side of the road, right? Now, the difference between the two is the entrepreneur is going to do his business in a particular way that provides him with longevity. The hustler, in most cases, doesn't care about the return customer. They're only interested in that overturn of their product at this time to get the money. So, if I'm a hustler, I'm going to offer you, if you come to purchase a water from me, I'll offer you the bottle of water, just like that, out of the container I have with water, the cooler, and there's water dripping from it. And I'll just hand it to you.
Yeah.
An entrepreneur, what I would do, I would take the time, especially if you're a lady such as yourself, I'd give you it with a napkin around it.
Understood.
And I will attach a straw to it. Because what I am doing now, I am raising the level of the way I do business in order to get you to come back.
I'm following you.
So even though both of us are selling water, one, you're going to see the longevity. And then next time you come, I may ask you, so what do you like to drink? You may say to me, well, I like, apart from the water, obviously, I like fresh juices. And if it's within my purview, based on my pocket, I'm going to make some sort of arrangements, maybe to start off with 6 bottles of juice. And I make sure I provide one. And now, because I'm an entrepreneur, I'm not going to attack you with price. I'm going to attack you with my service. I'm going to make sure that the juice is at the right temperature. I may be maybe even in a position to offer you a sample. Could you sample this juice? Let me know what you think. And the next time you come, if you like it, you can pay for it. Entrepreneurs tend to operate differently because we're looking for you as a return customer, or what they would call the product life value of a customer, which means you're not just a woman purchasing a single bottle of water. I look at you, if you work on the radio station 5 days a week, you purchase at least 5 bottles a week, multiply that by 52 weeks, let's say for over a 10-year period. That's how I value you. And if I value you that way, I'm going to treat you differently. As opposed to, no, she just buying a bottle of water, she woke up at the radio station, and I see Robert passing, if he buy a bottle, he don't support me. But I have never, presented my business as a business. I presented it as a hustle. So just in the format of, as I said, both businesses are trying to make money. We're in the business of making money, but the style of operation is different.
It's completely different.
Yes.
Miranda Young says you can start as a hustler and segue into entrepreneurship.
Yes, you can. You most definitely can. And I believe entrepreneurship, just as the billionaire mindset is a mindset, is the way in which you do things, the style in which you do things. I have often seen persons who would, like one time I was talking to this couple, and they presented me at the grocery where I was at the time with their pepper sauce. But their presentation for the pepper sauce wasn't one that made me want to buy it. It made me feel like I just want to give them a support. And that's what the hustler spirit does. It allows you to get support, not to get customers. If I'm an entrepreneur, if I have the entrepreneur mindset or the billionaire mindset with the hustler mentality, I'm going to understand that my approach should be a bit different. My presentation should be different. Persons would often say, well, I don't have money to do X as the bigger companies. But there are simpler ways to get your product out there at a good standard and keep reinvesting, keep reinventing, keep building that brand of whatever it is you're selling. So, on the terms of water, as far as I know, everyone drinks it.
Yes.
Most persons need to drink water, if not all, in order to survive. And if my business is selling water, and I know there's a radio station here, I always tell persons, when you come with free, it's different from the man who always comes with money. So if I stop you and I say, look, could you buy a bottle of water from me? It's $5. You may purchase it because you just want to support me. However, if I give you a sample bottle of that same water and I said, try it, it's at the right temperature, you don't have to do anything, just try it. You say, oh, look, I'm really not thirsty. Please, just try it, and if you like it, I'm here. You will try that water, and once it is as good as I believe it is, you would come back. And even though you don't come back today, you would come back tomorrow. And the entrepreneur understands that. So they tend to build their product at a higher standard that allows the customer to return, or what we would call condition the customer. If you've grown accustomed to me serving you with your bottled water, with your napkin and a straw, and you go to any other establishment and they give you less, you would be reminded, hey, I need to continue supporting this guy. I like the treatment of feeling, hey, I'm a lady, I got a straw with my bottle of water, I got a napkin, it doesn't wet up my clothes. Maybe you put it in the cup holder with your car. It happened to me already. Because the water was dripping, the cup holder started to get water. When I put my phone in it, my phone ended up in water. But if I was given it in a napkin, I would always remember, I want to keep purchasing from that guy. I want to keep supporting what he does. And then you're always looking out for the next move, because the way in which the business is done, the mentality of the individual is totally different. So yes, we're both hustling. We both want to sell water. But I'm almost certain those little steps I would take further than the average person would eventually give me the lead. And then, how to say, it will propel me into bigger things. Because now the standard is already set. Even though we're both selling water, what is the difference? Our prices may be the same, but maybe my attire might be different. I may put on a nice polo jersey that says Bristly cold water, $5, as opposed to just cold water. Or I may put thirst quenching water for $5 on my t-shirt, so you don't have to ask me how much for your water. If, however, my personality is that one, I have great interpersonal relationship skills, and I know how to speak to people, I'm not going to even put that on my jersey. I want you to talk to me. I'm going to say to you, please try my water after you buy it. You've already purchased it. Please try my water. Let me know what you think. Give me your reviews on it. Give me your honest opinion. And then an entrepreneur understands how to take that information and turn it over into greater financial gain, or as we would say, profits. So the hustler mentality is good if you're just hoping to do it for short term. I would always think that. If you want to do it for the long term, you now have to develop an entrepreneur mindset, or the billionaire mindset, as it were. Because there are things that we do differently. There are things that we understand differently. For example, purchasing power of a product. We understand as an entrepreneur, how do we utilize our purchasing power? How do we gain an advantage? If the other competition who's selling water is coming out at 7 o'clock, but their workers there from 6, I'm going to show up at 6. If he's leaving by 5, I'm leaving at 5:30. Because I'm conditioning my customers to know that I'm there a bit earlier, I'm there a bit later, and then the service that I'm getting, or you're getting from me, even though the value of the water is the same, the actual service that you're getting from me is more. Yes. And who doesn't like more? You know, and it works in every aspect of business. We see it all the time, and we wonder, You know, how come big companies continue to become bigger? How come they continue to grow? One person may pass, he may be selling or part owner of a water company and realize what I'm doing, the crowd I'm gaining, the sort of standard that I've set, and he may offer to brand me. He may offer to brand my, if I have a cart at the time or a cooler, he may offer to brand that. He may offer to give me products on consignment because he's now realizing that I'm very consistent. I'm there 7 days a week. I have, you know, persons looking out for me from a particular time to a particular time. I may even go so much as to hire another person. Because
so someone just sent us a message. They're saying that hustling is just quicker. Entrepreneurship takes too long. That is a typical Trini thing, by the way.
Right. Well, it's quicker in the sense that if you're looking to get $5 today, for me, there's an old proverb, as it were. No, not a proverb. What do you call that? A riddle that says, would you prefer $1 million cash now or 5 cents every day, doubled every day for 30 days? And business, hustling is like that. Hustling may give you $1 million today. But if you work out the maths and you check 5 cents doubled every day for 30 days, it takes you over $30 million. And business is like that. For me, I would wait 30 days to get over $30 million, as opposed to getting $1 million today, and that's it. And then the man will say, well, look, okay, I could get $1 million and I could turn it into $30 million within 30 days. 99% of the time, if you get money that quickly, that easily, you would not know how to spend it. You don't appreciate how to have earned the money. And with the entrepreneur mindset, you would learn how to grow your business. As I was saying, you will also hire another person. A hustler believes we can do it all by ourselves. We don't need anybody else. It's just I alone selling my water. But the moment, let's say, for example, you lift up 200 cases one day, strained your back, you couldn't come out. So Aisha passed by Wednesday, he didn't see me. Thursday, he didn't see me. Friday, he didn't see me. But the other person who has now hired someone else, their employee or co-worker business partner is there. So you now, I don't normally buy from him now. Let me walk over the road and see. From, exactly. And you go over there and wait, the service, I get a straw and a napkin. Oh, I like this. And now you start to think, let me go over the road and get my water every day.
He's a little more consistent.
He's a little more consistent. He has somebody there. And then maybe they start to offer you mints. After you purchase your water, they give you a complimentary mint. The man who's hustling will say, well, I'm not doing that, it's an additional cost. But I'm making my customer, conditioning my customer to continue coming by me.
Yeah.
A lot of products that we sell, and if you've never owned a grocery or a shop or any sort of medium business like that, you wouldn't understand that most of the items you sell is just to get you in the door. Bread, for example, the profit margin on a loaf of bread isn't much, but everyone needs bread. Water is the same thing. There's not great profit margin. Phone cards are the same way. But it gets you in the door because everyone needs to top up their cell phone. You need to have credit. You need to WhatsApp somebody. You need to listen to Aisha's program. So you're going to go in there to get a phone card. And while you walk in there, there's a fridge with a perfectly designed showcase that's showing you the water is what you've been looking for. All the time you weren't thirsty. I'm talking about water now and I started to feel thirsty. I don't know if Robert could probably get me a bottle or a glass. Right? But it allows you now to continue going to that establishment as opposed to what I call it bend down plaza. I call hustlers that because you're always bending over to purchase. So it's different from when you walk in a store and they now create ambience. And when you understand that most of these entrepreneurs started off as what we would deem hustlers, but they've always had a different style in the way in which they would do things. Like there was this one guy years ago, he was selling avocados when avocados were very high in season. And then what made persons come by him, he started turning his avocados into punch. So whereas there were two other persons selling avocado alongside him, the reason he had more customers, people wanted to try it. Even myself was like, avocado punch? I'm not really sure how this will taste. And he did what I admired. He gave you a sample cup. He said, try it. If you like it, it's $20 a bottle. And the person was like, $20, that's so expensive. Just try it.
That happened to me once. I was going to True Value in Trin City. I don't normally shop there, but I was in the area and I needed something, so I ran in. And they had these chips. that they were sampling at the door. But, you know, the girl tried it. She running me down to take it in the aisle. And I said, okay, no problem. I am hustling to make it to work on time. I'm always hustling to go somewhere forever late. Couldn't stop to buy something to eat. Only thing in the car is the pack of chips.
The same pack of chips.
Tasted these chips and realized, hey, the thing ain't bad. When I read the label, what? No trans fat. Thing healthy too. Now that's my favorite snack.
You see? So it paid off.
It did.
It paid off because her employers, her employers would have understood that their business, even though they're hustling as it were, they're looking for longevity. And that's a cost because they had to hire her
to do it.
To stand up at the grocery.
They would have had to make extra products to give away. They may have had a quota every month that they sell. But now, because you were late for work, and this is where I would say faith comes in. We often think that faith is only relatable to the Bible and kneeling down and waiting on a flood. But that faith that when I give you that pack of chips, at some point you're going to try it, you're going to taste it, you're going to like it. Or you might give it to somebody that would like it.
And they
you won't throw it away.
No, you won't throw it away. Because just as you said, I mean, this is Trini. Hey, you know, this pack of chips, or maybe one of your children may have picked it up.
Somebody can, they take it and they go, Mommy, where you get this?
Correct. Because I often wonder, I mean, I have children, as do you. How do children understand chicken and chips? Who teaches them chicken and chips? Yet still they know it because the branding is so strong. And their mentality is one of creating a business and then creating more businesses, scaling their business. We've never gone to that franchise and seen Mr. Sanders himself frying any chicken.
No, we've never done that.
We don't even know who he is. But yet still
he gets so big he hire a board, you don't even know who he is.
You don't know who he is.
You more see the board members than who he is.
I haven't even seen the board members because when I'm hungry, because their branding is so strong, when hunger comes to your mind, I know you don't eat meat, but for those of us that do, when we become hungry, it comes to the forefront because they're always advertising.
The picture is in your mind.
The picture is in your mind.
Close by. They always
close by. And open.
Yeah.
On a Sunday.
Yeah.
Night.
Even Christmas and all, you could check them on Christmas Eve.
Exactly. So they've conditioned you now to realize, hey, this is a business that I can depend on. As opposed to a hustler who is, well, I do work on Christmas. I do work on holidays. I had something to do, so I couldn't come out. No, we understand that it takes time to grow your business from the hustler mentality, as it were, to a business, an entrepreneur company.
Here, they do that in all big wholesale stores here in Florida. They always have something in almost every aisle you have to taste. And you end up enjoy it and buy it.
Of course. And it's a great marketing tool because I remember at one time at this big membership club here in Trinidad, we would go there on a particular day because I believe it was Saturdays. They had samples whole day Saturday. And I would like to believe because of that marketing campaign, it gained them so many followers or so many loyal customers that go there on a particular day looking to get something new to try. Hey, just like you may be vegan. I am sure they have vegan snacks, different things vegan that they would have available to you when you go there. So you're going to try it, and once you try it once and you like it, you're sold. You're going to believe that anything else they offer you, which is what we call upselling. And there are certain things that a hustler would need to learn in order to move out from being hustler or doing it in the hustling mentality and to now own and operate a business. And that is one of the tricks, being able to give you a great product, and then because you've purchased and bought into that product wholly and solely, we're going to offer you something else. We're going to upsell you another thing. We're going to put a different item on the shelf. I am certain if you were to go back True Value today and another young lady was to offer you a sample, you'll take it. You're like, sure, no problem. I enjoyed that chips you gave me the last time. Let me see what you all have to offer. And you're going to keep coming back.
You might even trust the brand. You do have that exact chips, but they have something else. But because it tastes good, I'm going to give them a try.
Well, I had that experience 2 weeks ago. I went to this grocery and I bought some caramel. And the particular brand of caramel syrup was really good. And when I went home, I tried it. It was good. So much so that 3 days after, I needed to get olive oil. And when I went to the grocery, that same grocery again, even though there were 3 other brands, because that brand was doing olive oil as well, I was able to take it. And that happens when you have a business. You can move from water, as I said, maybe to dinner mints, into chips, into phone cards. I remember when there were persons who would offer you to send the phone card directly to your phone, and when you reach home in the afternoon, you just pass by your local shop and you pay for your phone card, as it were, because they're conditioning you. Once you pass there, you're going to realize, hey, I now see you throw down the cream. Hey, you don't need it to get a cream, and I saw they have the cream that I like right there one time, because you have to go pay your bill because you're going to need a phone card next week, next month, at some time. And the entrepreneur understands this.
Another thing I see they do as well at supermarkets is that they always have an additional giveaway on their product. So let's just say you buy some toothpaste, attached to the box is some dental floss.
Of course.
Now I'm buying the toothpaste at the same price. The dental floss is additional. I never really buy dental floss, but I get it free, so I'll try it. You try it, you like it. Next week, you're looking for the dental floss. Mr. Dental Floss is on the aisle.
Correct.
They do it with soaps. If they're coming out with a different scent. I mean, I'm beginning to understand your topic more and more the more we talk about it.
Of course, because when you're an entrepreneur, you're now looking for your next product, your next hit, as it were.
Yes.
That next high to give your customers. Hey, we've grown accustomed to great, as you said, great soaps. Maybe we now want, or the toothpaste, for example, we now want dental floss. Now, in your budget, you may not have been catering for dental floss. But after you've used it for free, you now realize, you know what? I need to put aside a couple of dollars now to get this dental floss. And think that you're just one person. If you think, and I'm sure there's a science behind it, to the percentage of persons that actually try a product for free and are turned over into a customer, it costs less to give it away than to try to sell you it. Because once you've tried it for free and the product is good, you stand behind it, you don't have a choice. And then they also do it with famous products. If you know a water company is famous, they will attach, maybe I saw the coffee packets attached to the water that we like. So when you try the coffee, like, hey, this brand is good. And in your mind, you start to identify, okay, if this company is representing this coffee, even though it's not the same distributor or manufacturer, I want to try this coffee now because I've grown accustomed to this company.
That's right.
Giving me good products, good service year after year after year. And only as an entrepreneur are you able to do that through a business. As a hustler, you cannot service the amount of customers that are out there with a hustler's mentality. We're in Port of Spain right now, and as easily as Robert was able to go downstairs or out the door to get a bottle of water, if I'm only selling this great tasting water up in Arima, we couldn't enjoy it. And a hustler wouldn't know that, or he wouldn't see that. An entrepreneur would make sure that the shop close to you has one, or the establishment where you buy your food, they have the water that you like. So when you walk downstairs and you go to that food establishment, believe me, your water is going to be there. And that's the difference, one of the many different things an entrepreneur understands as opposed to someone who's just hustling. It's what I will call a global mentality that entrepreneurs go after. We don't just think about locally within our neighborhood. We think globally, worldwide. How can I get this water, this product to everyone, not just to the persons that are basically on my street?
So I'm going to allow you some time to close. We're getting ready, or we're nearing the end of today's show.
Well, I'm going to close with the comments relating to becoming an entrepreneur. According to Ms. Young, starting as a hustler is good, but I also believe that your aspirations shouldn't remain as a hustler. You need to take that hustler's mentality and work it in towards the body of an entrepreneur. So let's say the hustler may be partially part of the mindset, the entrepreneur is the body. So you need to work that mindset into the body of entrepreneurship and understand the different facets that needs to be in place in order for you to become a successful entrepreneur.
Great. Before you go, please give them the numbers to contact Len Capital Certificates.
Our numbers to call are 324-LEN, that's 324-LENN, or 324-5366.
So we're going to close today's programs with the testimony.
Sure. But we have one testimony today.
Okay,
Very
great.
informative for me as a business owner and someone who more limping along. It was really a nice session and I enjoyed the callers. I must say, I like when they ask you a question and you had to answer. It really gives you thought because going into business is not for the faint of heart, and no business is easy.
People, so you have heard it. Natasha is on board.
Yes.
Natasha, big up your whole self, whoever you are, wherever you are.
Yes, she is one of our very good customers. When she came to us, her business was already in existence for a number of years. And, very simple but effective pointers we would have been able to help Natasha into growing to her business into the direction that she wants it to be. And as she rightly pointed out, no business is easy. And it's not for the faint of heart. Even the hustlers would say to you, it's not for the faint of heart. Being able to stand up every day, carry your water, make sure it's cold, deal with the customers. You may tell a customer $5 for a bottle of water, and they say, well, down the street I have it for $4.50. And they don't want to buy it from you. You ask 100 people to buy water, only one person would buy. So it's not, business is not for the faint of heart.
That's right.
Even becoming a hustler, it's not for the faint of heart. And transitioning from hustler mode to the body, I like that, the body of entrepreneurship is not easy as well.
Numbers to contact Glen Capital Certificates.
324-5366 or 324-LEN. If you would like to talk to us more about becoming an entrepreneur, moving from the hustler mode to entrepreneurship, feel free to give us a call and we would give you very important tips as to how to go along doing it. Some of the steps that are needed, some of the steps are required to take your business to the next level.
Excellent. And of course, you're going to be hearing some more testimonies from other clients in the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
So this is where we leave it today, Leinster Campbell. Always a pleasure to have you on a Thursday.
Pleasure for having me.
Welcome.
That I better watch what I say and watch what I do. Remember to pray and watch how I move. I got too much at stake, so I cannot lose. In this game that we play, I got something to prove. And I had for the love